Hello Canvas users, this is Marie Henderson. In this video we're going to look at part 2 of creating an assignment here in Canvas, and you can see I'm still in this same assignment I was creating in part 1, and now I'm ready to address all of the features and or settings down here at the bottom of my assignment. The first of which is to type in the number of points possible for the assignment, totally up to your discretion. I'm going to enter 10 here for the purposes of this example. Under assignment group, if you've just started your course, you probably only have one assignment group, but if you eventually want to push your assignments over to your SIS, in our case PowerSchool, then you'll have groups that come in from that SIS, that come in from PowerSchool, and you'll want to select the appropriate one for that assignment so that your weights and categories stay lined up between Canvas and PowerSchool. But for right now, you can leave it as assignments. Under display grade as, you have several options, but if you are planning to push grades from Canvas to PowerSchool, then percentage and points are the two that seem to work the best, and so I would recommend one of those two. I'm going to leave it as points. And then you have the option to not count the assignment towards the final grade. Here further down, we'll look at the submission type. You have 4 options, the first of which is no submission. Maybe you need to denote something in the gradebook to keep on reference for yourself and your students, but there's not actually anything that students need to turn in. Or maybe you have a participation points sort of situation for which you need a column in your gradebook. And if that's the case, no submission is the option you'd select here at the top. Next is online. And as you see here, there are 4 options for online entries. The first of which is a text entry where students can type a couple of paragraphs for you and submit those right there in Canvas. If they're going to type more than a paragraph or 2, I would encourage you to have them do that in Word and either upload that as a Word document or a PDF. Next, you have website URL. So if students create something somewhere else and want to submit the link to their product here in Canvas, you can select website URL. Maybe they've created an Adobe Spark page or an Adobe Spark video. Possibly they've created a video of any kind and uploaded it to their cloud storage and are going to share that URL with you. Or they've saved a file in OneDrive and they're going to submit the share link to you here in Canvas. Next is media recordings. I have a separate video specifically about how that one works that you can check out. And last is file uploads, which is probably the one you'll use most frequently. I encourage you not to restrict the upload file types, as that's going to cause you some headaches. Although occasionally a kid will submit a file that Canvas does not accept, you can always go back and have that kid try it again. Further on down here, we have the option to make this a group assignment. And if you do that, you will want to learn to use the collaborations options that are available here in Canvas. So I'm going to uncheck that for the moment. You can also require peer reviews. If students have written a paper and you want them to read each other's paper, printing those papers isn't necessary. They can actually review them here in Canvas and give each other feedback. Right here, you can determine whether or not you're going to sync the assignment to your SIS, again in our case to PowerSchool. However, you may not want to check this box until you're actually ready to sync that assignment. You only want to be syncing the assignments that are currently accepting submissions from your students, and otherwise you want to uncheck that box, as we need to send as little information as possible between Canvas and PowerSchool to avoid potential errors. So if you're not ready to sync the assignment yet, just uncheck the box. And then last but not least, you get to decide who will receive your assignment. If you leave it as everyone, anyone who's enrolled in the class will have the opportunity to submit work to you. If you check off of that, the cool thing is you'll be able to select specific hours and give them specific due dates, or specific sections of your class to give specific due dates to, or even specific students. Maybe you need to differentiate your due dates based on special needs of students in your classroom, and so you can select an individual kid and give them their own due date for your assignment. Then click here to add and assign everyone else a different due date. So maybe everyone else needs to turn that in today. You can also make your assignment available from a particular date and until a particular date. This first one is great for creating assignments before you actually need them and not overwhelming students when you create a bunch of assignments in a row. But the second one is something I see people turn off more often than not. Even if you're not planning to accept late work for something, life inevitably intervenes and we need to accept a paper at a different time from a student for whatever reason. And so you'll end up coming in and and removing this date anyway. So it would be my suggestion that you leave it off in the first place. And so here at the very bottom, to finish off the process, if you're ready for students to see the assignment, you would click to save and publish. If you want to wait and publish your assignment later, simply click to save. As always, if you need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks and have a great day.